Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. It is Julie here with your TipRanks pre-market morning update, where we're bringing you everything you need to know before the market opens. So let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome back. Thank you all so much for being here, and happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you all have a fun and safe evening and don't get too many stains on your teeth from all of that green beer. As usual this morning, we'll be taking a look at exciting stock market news, notable earnings reports, and the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Just a heads up for next week, we are going to be trying out a few new things here. So we will be kicking the week off with our stock news as usual, but then later in the week we'll be exploring some other deep dives into other companies. So let us know your feedback. This is a trial period to try out some new things, and we always appreciate hearing from you guys. Now let's get right into this morning's exciting stock market news. Just a heads up that today is a triple witching day, one of 4 days per year where stock options, stock index options, and stock index future contracts all expire on the same day. This leads to an extra flurry of trading, which can lead to extra volatility as well. Right now, U.S. stock futures are in the red. Dow futures are down 0.44%, S&P 500 futures down 0.31%, and NASDAQ futures down 0.03%. Shares of First Republic Bank are down again after a large group of other banks agreed to make deposits, uninsured deposits, of $30 billion into the bank. That group of banks includes some big players, including the Bank of America, Citigroup, and JP Morgan, just to name a few. In a joint statement, they said, "Together we are deploying our financial strength and liquidity into the larger system where it is needed the most. America's largest banks stand united with all banks to support our economy and all of those around it." Their cash infusion was applauded by regulators last night, and First Republic expressed thanks to the banks that stepped up. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with a price target of $144. Baidu has received the first permit in Beijing to provide fully driverless ride-hailing services. This is a major milestone across the world as the first ever fully driverless fleet deployed in the capital city of any country. Beijing, Wuhan, and Chongqing are the 3 cities that will have fully driverless robo-taxi services. Baidu's Apollo Go currently provides an average of 20-plus rides per vehicle per day within the region. Analysts currently rate the Baidu stock a strong buy with an average upside of 33%. Pfizer and Astellas has met the main goal of their Phase 3 trial in a treatment related to prostate cancer. Their focus is non-metastatic hormone-sensitive prostate cancer. The study met its main goal with a statistically significant and clinically meaningful improvement in metastasis-free survival for patients treated with their Xtandi plus Leuprolide compared to the placebo. The companies plan to discuss this data with the FDA for a potential filing of the drug. Analysts currently rate the Pfizer stock a moderate buy with an average upside of 21%. And shares of Sarepta Therapeutics are falling this morning, down almost 20% after the FDA scheduled an advisory committee meeting with them. The meeting will be held for their SRP 9001 in advance of their May 29th regulatory action date. The CEO from Sarepta said that while we are disappointed that we must communicate a change in decision after our prior statement on the topic, we are not disappointed with the decision to hold an advisory committee. We have been preparing for this meeting and we are well prepared and look forward to presenting the wealth of evidence that we have. Analysts currently rate the stock a strong buy with a mix of buys and holds coming in just today. Now, moving over to notable earnings reports. Of course, not much happening in the after hours today, typical for a Friday, but in the pre-market this morning, we did hear from Chinese EV company XPeng. They did miss on both earnings and revenue. They reported a Q4 loss per ADS of 37 cents, which was 2 cents wider than analyst estimates. Their revenue of $750 million declined nearly 40% year-over-year and missed expectations by over 24 million. Their quarterly vehicle deliveries also decreased 46% year-over-year. Analysts currently rate the XPeng stock a hold with a price target of over $10 per share. Then we have Marathon Digital Holdings. Their stock is on the rise despite a much wider than expected loss. They reported a Q4 loss per share of $3.14, missing expectations by a whole $2.95 per share. Their revenue of $28.42 million did decrease over 58% year over year and missed expectations by over $6 million. But the company did say that they produced a record 1,562 Bitcoin in Q4 and increased their Bitcoin production 30% year over year. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with an average upside of 37%. Looking at the after hours last night, we heard from FedEx. Their stock is on the rise despite mixed results as they did increase their future guidance. Their Q3 earnings per share of $3.41 did beat expectations by 67 cents per share, but their revenue of $22.2 billion did miss by $540 million. Looking forward, FedEx is now expecting earnings per diluted share of $13.80 to $14.40. Their stock is currently rated a moderate buy with a handful of holds and buy ratings coming in today. Last night, we also heard from United States Steel. Now, they did not report their earnings, but just gave a first quarter guidance, and it was better than expected. For their first quarter, they're expecting their Q1 adjusted net earnings per share to be in the range of 58 to 63 cents. This is versus the consensus estimate of just 22 cents. Their CEO said that momentum continues to build in the North American flat-rolled market and that the company is increasingly more bullish for 2023. Analysts currently rate their stock a moderate sell with an average price target of over $25. Now, let's take a look at which stocks are the morning's biggest gainers and losers. Our biggest gainers this morning are led by FedEx following their earnings report last night. Trading under the ticker FDX, their stock is up 11.32%. They're followed by MicroStrategy under MSTR, up 5.86%, and Coinbase Global under COIN, up 6%. And our biggest losers this morning are led by Sarepta Therapeutics on the news of their advisory meeting with the FDA. Trading under the ticker SRPT, the stock is down 18.8%. They're followed by First Republic Bank under FRC, down nearly 13.5%, and Credit Suisse under CS, down nearly 7%. So that is going to be everything for Friday's pre-market morning update, getting you up to speed with what you need to know before that opening bell. If you made it to the end, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and say good morning in the comments. I always appreciate hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you back here next time.